Hayden ain't dead, but we knew that. Preston has moved on. And Sabrina and Calvin got this hookup all kinds of wrong. What's good, y'all? It's your good sister Erica Bain coming to you with another Sistas video. This is my official season 4 episode 2 breakdown. Last night's episode was a lovely follow-up to the season 4 premiere that we saw last week. We're getting more and more information about our favorite sisters and their entire world, child. And it starts off right where we left off with the last episode. After there's news that Hayden was actually found dead in the garage, Fatima gets up to try to rush out, and Andi wants to give her the Spanish Inquisition, honey, and just ask her a million questions. First off, Andi, you do divorces, not defense. Know your lane, stay in your lane. And second, if you gonna try to dibble-dabble in another lane, then go ahead and take the lead that our great defense attorneys have already laid out for you. Proctor from Power, Yall, is turning over his grave. And Davis McLean just told us on last week's episode of Power Book 2 Ghost that you will never ask your client to give you the actual confession if they did it, because then that messes up your whole defense and you can't get up there and put them on the stand or act like they didn't do it once you know they did it. So why you keep asking these people if they did it? Child, Andi was stressing me out for the first 15 minutes of the episode because she just would not lay off. Fatima, don't tell her nothing, runs out of there. Zach, she then calls him. He don't know nothing because he really don't know nothing. But of course, Andi ain't gonna believe him. And it's just like, girl, just go ahead, mind your business. I know you want to help. I know Fatima is your friend. But girl, right now you're spiraling and you're panicking, and that ain't helpful at all. If you go try to be of help, you need to be of sound mind, sis, and be able to play it cute and coy, kind of like how Fatima did. Our good sis said, oh, I gotta work on my shock face. Y'all, we have not seen nothing yet when it comes to Fatima. I cannot wait for this spinoff. I cannot wait for this season to progress, because we're going to learn more and more about this fifth sister in Fatima. She got some stuff with her. She not just cute. She not just a body arty. She's not just some bomb hair and, you know, a lovely, nice disposition. She got some gangster to her. She got, of course, realness with her, because we've seen that from the jump. And she's not to be played with. And in this episode, y'all, honestly, they showed me that Zach and Fatima are actually perfect for each other. And we fast forward a bit and we go to the duplex where, you know, Fatima comes to see about Zach, and then Zach, of course, is asking her all the questions. She ain't saying nothing. But then Andi shows up and it's still pressing. When you see how Fatima describes what happens, the joy that she has in Hayden's downfall, and how she talked about how they had him spread out butt naked on the hood of his car because that's what he deserved, and he got what he was supposed to get. She gave him a little 1-2 with her brass knuckles. She wanted him to hit her, and he hit her, and then from there on she called her boys, and that was it. Bada bing, bada boom. When you see how she's describing that, and then you see how Zach is like naturally responding, and you see how shocked, appalled, bewildered, and probably scared Andi is, you really register like, oh no, Zach and Fatima are supposed to be. Like, they literally were made for each other. This is it. This is all. And honestly, I love that for them. They deserve all of that little lovely, aggressive, we just got this the back who been, you know, coming for us every twisted turn sex that they about to have. Y'all need to enjoy it all up and through that duplex on every surface. Go ahead. Y'all have earned it. I digress. And before I get off of Andi, child, she, of course, is presented with one of the men problems. So in episode 1, it's Robin. Come to London with me. Present the bid to the client with, or the settlement to the client with me. Like, let's do this again. Okay, cool, sir. I'm gonna take a rain check. In this episode, it's Gary. He wasn't able to get to her at the law firm the episode before, but he did park this little lovely Rolls Royce, this little royal blue Rolls Royce in her spot, rolled up on her at her apartment, filled the back with millions and millions of dollars of stuff, and just designers, black designers, white designers, all the designers that you actually love, every brand name that you could think of. Right now, there's about $1.5 million sitting in your parking spot, and I'm giving it all to you because this is how I'm going to say I'm sorry, and this is how I'm going to earn you back, because I think that you could be bought. But Andi, well, at least you think you worth $1.5 million, I guess, girl. But if you take this stuff and you go ahead, agree, and take this boy back, I feel bad for you. Well, I already feel bad for you, Andi, but I feel even worse for you, girl. What are you thinking, honey? I don't give a damn if he put the moon in the backseat of that damn Rolls Royce, girl. Let it go. The man is crazy. Something is not right. You are in danger, honey. Danger. You have been in danger. You have been playing with fire, and low-key, I think Andi liked to play with fire, but you need to stop, because guess what, sis? You play with fire, you get burned. You play dumb games, you win dumb prizes, honey. Golly, at what point are we gonna get Andi to wake up and realize that? But you know what, I'm not even gonna go ham on her in this video, because guess what, she did say no. She said it was too late. I'm not taking this car, even though she had the car keys in her hand. He left it there and he's walked off with the resolve of, I'm gonna earn you back. Gary, you ain't earned a thing a day in your damn life. What is it that you actually even do, sir? Where did you even cultivate all of this money to be able to get this stuff? Because last season you was having all my asset seized, sir, and you was also moving in with me because you had nowhere else to go after you cheated on your wife and then threw her off of the damn roof of a parking garage. Like, what is actually happening, honey? What is going on? It is the selective remembrance of all that Gary has put her through. Like, and I get it, y'all. Like, yeah, she stood her ground and she did not take him back in this moment. I don't trust that she's actually going to not take him back. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Andi is going to take Gary back? I posted this poll, I believe, on Twitter. I'm going to post it on my YouTube community channel. So I actually want to hear. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think that Andi is going to take Gary back after all, receiving all of these gifts and his little half-ass apology, because none of the apology actually included any tangibles. He has yet to address his narcissism, his ego, his possessiveness. Like, all of those things are things that you need to flip and switch and fix if you think that you're going to try to get somebody back. Not buying the person's silence and ignorance to the fact that you are a trash ass individual. I can't. But while we talking about shopping, y'all, don't forget that you can now shop the show. In my official breakdowns, I am putting links to the different clothing items, hair items, makeup, and more that we see in a lot of our favorite episodes, so that if you're looking to grab a certain look, you can find it and replicate it as well. Links in the description box down below for Andi's fire dress, Fatima's bomb ass dress, Sabrina's little lovely locks, and more. So check it out. All right, y'all, I'm going to move on from Andi and Gary, because at this point I feel like every video all I'm doing is reading them. I'm constantly just reading them, and I just want Andi to listen and wake up and move on. But that ain't going to happen for a while, so we're just going to go ahead and move on. Now, Miss Daniella, Daniella, our good airport sis, who is busy at work, has, you know, through the shoe, clock this human trafficker in the head and then have him apprehended after he tries to usher this young lady up off of this airplane. Y'all, he is not a human trafficker. I don't know what he is, but it's going to come out in my video where I broke down the 20 new characters that we're going to see this season. On Sistas, there is a character named Logan that is described as an undercover agent. Go and check out that video if you haven't already. It'll be linked in the cards above as well as the description box down below. And this is probably going to be a mistake on Danny's part, but it's all good because it happens and we're gonna keep persevering. That's not even the biggest thing. The fact that Danny came up out of her shoes at work today is not even the craziest thing. The fact that after reading Karen for filth about calling her to tell her that she thinks that Zach is dating her client and to come down to the salon, and then telling her, no, I ain't coming down to the salon. After reading her for all that, what did she do? Put on her best freakum dress, y'all. She puts on her best freakum dress and carries her ass down to that damn salon. And that's kind of where the episode closes. Yeah, when I tell you I cannot wait for next week's episode, specifically to go up in Karen's hair mastery salon and see the fallout. I got my popcorn on deck. We are waiting and ready for the fallout of what is about to happen. I wonder if Preston is going to use more words, because last episode he allowed her to read him for filth and he barely said anything other than, I'm gonna allow you to think that. I'm gonna allow you to believe what you're saying. But this time they are up in public. His new potential date is on the line, and I think that he might have some words for her as well. Also, y'all, I'm doing a video on Preston and if he is fetishizing Black women. And I would love for you to check out that video and let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. That video will be linked in the cards above, description box down below. If y'all are new, clearly I come with it. Hit that subscribe button. If you are new watching this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications for all of my videos so that you know when I post any new hotness on all of the hottest television shows that are coming out. Or you could also subscribe to my Sistas playlist. you can actually subscribe to separate playlists, y'all, so that you will get notifications specifically for all of my sisters videos. I would love for you to join the tribe, hit subscribe, and turn on your bell notification so that you are actually alerted when the new content drops so that you can actually enjoy it. I get a ton of new viewers every single week, and I would love it if y'all weren't just viewers and turned into subscribers. All right, back to the episode breakdown. Also in this episode, y'all, we get a moment of Q calling Maurice, child. I cannot wait until this Q storyline has finished and done. But he calls, tells him that he's getting out. He's going to get killed because he ratted on whoever. And I'm just like, if we were going to go down this road, could we at least make it more believable? Because, sir, you're talking on this daggone jail phone line. You talking so openly and freely. Like, you don't actually feel scared about any daggone thing. And then you had the nerve to tell the damn police that you're going to be going to Maurice's house when you're released. The audacity. Are you high? Q must literally be high. Like, whatever he took, it lasts for so damn long. Like, he's just out here moving so recklessly, so carelessly, and I am still just bewildered. But y'all, that was the least interesting thing of the entire episode. Also, in Maurice's camp, we finally get to meet the guy that Calvin wanted to set Maurice up with, and Sabrina actually co-signed without even knowing. And child, Calvin went ahead and set Maurice up with another femme. Yes, Maurice don't wear makeup every day. He don't wear his heels every day, but Maurice is very much so a femme gay. Like, he is not the male in this thing. Like, he's not that. He wasn't given that. When he said, "What do you want us to do? Bump cats?" I was on the floor, y'all. Like, on the floor. When I tell you, I was cackling so hard as Maurice was being so dramatic and explaining why him and Les would not actually work, because they don't have it what each other actually will want. They are the, you know, the feminine energy within the relationship. They would like a queer person that has more masculine energy carrying to them. Like, come on now, get it together. And I knew that as soon as he walked in the door. I was like, oh no. Maurice is like fell for Q that hard. Like, look at what Q was given. And then Calvin's talking about, oh, well, maybe you needed somebody that's not your regular type. Not your regular type is like cool, like in reference to trauma bringing, daddy issue pushing, clearly broken individual, cool. But at least still give him somebody that looks and feels more masculine. Maurice literally is attracted to the guys that give you that grit, that hood. And you could find a little nice hood dude for him. You could find a little nice, you know, gay man for him that still leans heavily into his masculine energy. Come on now, Calvin, you ain't even paying attention. But that makes sense, y'all. That's probably one of the few things that's going for Calvin in reference to the conversation around, is Calvin queer or not? Because that is definitely a straight person's response. Like, Calvin basically being like, you're gay, so I'm just gonna set y'all up together, but not taking notice of the nuances of what this actually means in reference to like preferences and positioning within relationships and couples within the queer community is such a like a straight person thing. So that's the one thing that's rude for him, because guess what's not rude for him in this episode? That damn shirt that he had on. I was like, is that a sheer shirt? Sir, are you trying to like reassure Sabrina that you straight? Like, what is actually happening? But you know what? This is him. This is his regular clothes. It is what it is. And if Sabrina's choosing to be with him and take him at his word that he is straight and she don't have nothing to worry about, then she gonna have to deal with him and all of the nice little panties and sheer shirts that he come with, because we accepting people for who they are. But I am gonna notice that it did raise an eyebrow, Calvin. It did raise an eyebrow. I ain't even gonna hold you. But y'all, I believe that is all that happened in this episode. While it wasn't super action-packed, I felt like we got a lot of information. I was thoroughly entertained throughout the whole episode, aside from having to listen to Q talk, okay? But everybody's storylines, even though they're circling around the same men, I'm now getting like more interested in. Like, I was so worn out and so over Danni and Preston, and Danni running from Preston, and now this new shift that they have in their relationship, their storyline, I'm like, okay, I'm tuned in. I was so over Andi and Gary, but now Andi is getting showered with gifts and still telling him no. I'm like, all right, now I'm tuned in. So there were so many things that they actually gave us in this episode that I feel like is starting to push the story along and make things a lot more interesting across the board. Zach and Fatima are still the most interesting storyline for me. Well, for me, Zach, Fatima, and then Karen and how she's going to fit in is still the most interesting thing. However, I'm not completely turned off of everything else, and I love that for them. Season 4 is definitely giving the vibe of, can you weather the storm? I guess we're going to actually see. If you would like to talk more about if Fatima is finna get caught for what happened with Hayden, watch this video here. And if you want to talk about Preston and his potential black women fetish, click this video here.